Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at another Vargo product. For those of you who saw part 2 of my top 5 products from Vargo Titanium video, you'll know that there was a certain product that I removed from that top 5 list because I felt it really wasn't good enough. I had originally planned on including it, but I removed it, and we're going to take a look at that today. What you're looking at is the stuff sack for the Vargo Titanium Converter stove. Now, the reason why it's a converter stove is because this particular alcohol stove that Vargo Titanium makes, and it is a titanium stove, was originally designed to fit into the Vargo Titanium Hexagon Wood stove, thereby allowing you to convert it from a wood stove to a combination alcohol stove, or, according to Vargo Titanium, a stove that you could use fuel tabs, such as what you would use with the Esbit stove, or fire gel. Now, those are some bold claims, and unfortunately this converter stove, as far as I'm concerned, really does not live up to all of them. Now, there's a reason why the Vargo Titanium Hexagon Wood stove was not included on this list. I have it, and it's a decent stove at best, but it could be a lot better. Now, before we take a look at this, I'm going to bring back in these guys. These are the Vargo Titanium tent stakes. Now, the reason why I originally bought these is because I do have the Vargo Titanium Hexagon Wood stove, and even though it folds down very flat, it's also very wide. And when you open it up to use it as a wood stove, the opening on top is it's too wide. If you have a wide base titanium pot or pan, it's not a problem. But if you have a small titanium cook pot, yeah, it's a problem. The hole on top is just too wide. So I actually bought these two to put them across the top of the hexagon stove, and therefore you can use them as a base on which to set your smaller diameter titanium cook pots. That's why I bought these. They're designed to go with the hexagon wood stove, just as this guy is designed to go with the hexagon wood stove. But the hexagon wood stove isn't good enough to be on the top 5 list, so I didn't include it. I was going to include this converter stove and mention that I use the tent stakes with the hexagon wood stove as well, since both products are designed to be used with that wood stove. Let's take a look. First of all, the stuff sack is generally higher quality than what you sometimes get, and on the inside, well, on the inside you get this piece of cardboard that has instructions. Yeah. The instructions are in English. It shows you how to use it. There's also a warning on the back. You can pause the video here if you want to read that. And when you get it, it'll come in 2 pieces. Now this is an alcohol stove, titanium. The stand for it is actually in the plastic bag. Now, one nice thing about the stand is it does fold flat, and then you unfold it. It's a 3-prong stand. And you do have to fiddle with it just a tiny bit. Alcohol stove, there you go. Now it is fully assembled. You take this entire assembly and you drop it down into the top opening of the Vargo Titanium Hexagon Wood stove. Now when you drop it down, these prongs will engage. It's not going to fall down all the way, so you don't have to worry about that. And what you can do, pour in your alcohol here. Now if you want to use Esbit fuel tabs, apparently you can flip it over on the other side. Obviously make sure there's no alcohol in it. And you can put the fuel tab here, or you can put your fire gel in here, and it should work. Thing is though, there's no actual square cutout for the Esbit fuel tab. You don't get that here. So, I mean, that's a bit of an issue. And as for fire gel, it might work, it might not. I'm not 100% sure. Personally, fire gel is not something I like to mess with. Flaming gel, no. And I'll give you a closer look. There you go. Fuel goes in here. These light up. And then you put your pot on top here, and these 3 prongs should hold it in place. Now, why did I not include this in my top 5 video? Well, here's why. You see how loose that is? That doesn't lock into place. That just drops down into place, and the fitting is quite loose. I can see someone maybe trying to add a bit of extra alcohol. This might be flaming, and yeah, that was even worse than I expected. This thing slides into place, but it's loose. It doesn't lock into place. So, I mean, you've got alcohol in here, it's on fire. This could tip over. Realistically, this is way too loose. This could tip over. Now you've got literal flaming alcohol falling on your hands, maybe on your lap. No, I couldn't in all good conscience put this on my top 5 videos list, and I really don't recommend this stove. I regret having bought it. I don't recommend it. I advise you to stay away. So there you go, guys. That's the explanation. I hope you liked it. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.